Oh, we are absolutely happy that you came back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And looking back, we all have those moments, where we think, if only I'd done things differently. If only I've done that. I could have done that there. I could have made a choice over here.
What could have been?
Yes, it feels that way, right?
I sometimes find myself saying, I wish I knew this back when. Maybe if I could go back, I would, especially when it comes to finances. Now, if I could actually remember my youth, I would probably go back at some point. But this is the universal truth. All of us wish we could go back and make slightly better choices.
If I saved earlier, you know how it goes. When it comes to managing money, hindsight is 20/20. Let's ask ourselves, if you could go back in time, what's the one piece of financial advice you'd give your 16-year-old self?
This is weird. Okay, this is weird. And we'll get a sane, mature adult response from Zanele in just a moment.
Cool. Let's get yours first.
But for me, I was hustling when I was 16. So I would go back and say, keep hustling, dude, because it was actually one of the more positive pillars in my financial journey, this notion of just look for the work wherever you can find it. Don't be too proud to do that. It might feel like, okay, I know nothing about the corporate world, but I was out there delivering invoices for some, sort of corporate agency that was placing people in work positions. They're quite a famous company, so I'm trying to talk around, not branding them live on air. But I'm actually quite proud of what I did back then. It was the bad choices that started to happen maybe a little bit later. Zanele, can you give us a more grown-up response, please, right now? What do you wish you could go back and tell your 16-year-old version of yourself about money?
Here we go.
Do you know what? Graham, I feel like you're going to make the rest of us look bad, Kesana. Because me, I was buying donuts and pies at the tuck shop with all my money. So, therefore, I would tell myself to save. I don't understand. I used to get pocket money, and I didn't have any responsibilities, you know what I mean? And why I am so hard on myself is because I had a sibling who saved like nobody's business. Like, he would carry sandwiches to school and all these things. Me, I was Sis Madlisa there at the tuck shop. You want a donut? I got you. You want a pie? Me too. I was just buying things for people and myself. It was terrible. You know what I mean? So I definitely tell myself to just be a little bit better in terms of money and thinking about the future, because I think it could have done something for me. So that's my advice. What about you, Carl? What's yours?
Oh, you see, now, you're going to get the deep and meaningful from me, but because money wasn't sort of free-flowing when I was growing up, I had a very bad relationship with money because I was kind of like trying to chase after it and hustle, but in the most negative way. And money became something something that was kind of weighing me down. If I don't have it, there's no value. And I would change my psychology of money as a 16-year-old and tell you, Carl, money is a tool. It's an enabler. And you just need to look at it differently and look at it with a better eye, as in, don't look at it in fear. Look at it as this is something that can really enable your life if you're consistent and you work hard.
That is on the nose, because I often find, because of that same sort of upbringing and how bad money was,
you understand
what it did to my family, I hate it.
Right? Exactly.
Love the money. Love the money. Let's see if the peeps out there are feeling as emotional and divided around such a thing. So we put to you guys on our social media pages. Gary jumps off, as he always does. Start investing as soon as possible and delay instant gratification. Skip the wasteful expenditures. Yes, if there was a time machine, I'd ask Gary Oakham to come back and visit me at around 19, just to sort me out. Thank you.
All right, Pat Britt saying to stay in one job longer, not to break service, so that your pension is enough to sustain you in your retirement. That's a big one.
Wow, that's
huge
the long game right there. That is the long game right there. I love that. Nkeba saying, buy only what you really need. Avoid compulsive, and I would imagine impulsive buying as well. Look out for sales like the Black Friday. It's coming. Cut down on food waste. Yep. Finally, try and save every last cent. True.
All right.
Beautiful.
Wowza. Good advice over there. And if you look back, we can see how important it is to start good financial habits earlier. But it's never too late to make a change. With tools like Absa's budgeting and savings features, you can take charge of your finances today.
So do yourself a favor. Absa.co.za is where you can find some great tips on building your financial confidence. So Nelly, I want to say, because I can see the year's worth of self-judgment coming out now in your eyes. You're okay, girl. All of us would go back and tell ourselves to save a little bit more, because we've all got that one friend who's like bought a house when they were 25 because of all of that. So don't judge yourself too harshly, girl. We're all in the same boat.
Oh, thank you, my Graham. I appreciate that, because all I've bought is like another pie since then. You know what I mean? But it's okay. We'll get to the house. We'll get to the house.
Oh, absolutely love it. Well, don't judge yourself too harshly. Just try and take the gems out of what we've been saying and start saving today.